Hello class, we are in the last section of chapter 2 and we're going to work with translations, reflections on the coordinate plane. We have 5 vocabulary words that you should be familiar with from last year. They are transformation, image, translation, reflection, and line of symmetry. A transformation is defined as an operation that maps an original geometric figure onto a new figure. The image is referred to the new figure in a transformation. So let's look at a quick example. We can start off with an XY axis, and we can start off with a triangle called triangle XYZ. And I name it triangle XYZ because of the points here that refer to the corners of the triangle. If I were to take each of the points X, Y, and Z and move them across and over the XY axis, I could get a new image. That is called the image of the original geometric figure. So in green we have the image, and in black some textbooks refer to that as the pre-image. My final note about this is that this triangles, where the image triangle will be referred to as triangle X, Y, Z, but we can't call it by the same name, so it's called X prime, Y prime, Z prime. So this is triangle X prime, Y prime, Z prime because it takes its size and shape from the original triangle, whereas the original triangle is just triangle X, Y, Z. Our next word, translation, refers to basically sliding a figure from one position to another without turning it at all. And I put this little picture down here, which is of the last slide, to show you that that was indeed a translation. We literally slid the triangle from one place to another. We didn't flip it, we didn't turn it, we didn't invert it. Translation specifically is the type of transformation that is a slide. Let's look at another type. A reflection is when you flip a figure over a line, and that line that the figure is flipped over is referred to as the line of symmetry. So let's say I have a coordinate plane and I have mapped the letter B onto it, literally mapped it onto it. If I want to demonstrate a reflection, the green B would represent my attempt to reflect the red B over the y-axis. So in this case, the reflection has happened here. That's a type of translation where you notice that everything about the B has flipped, and the line of symmetry is given here with the y-axis. Your line of symmetry does not have to be the y-axis. We could have reflected the B across the x-axis as I did here, or some other line. Anywhere within the coordinate plane. Let's hear from a friend about example 1.
This is example 1. If triangle A, B, and C is translated to 2 units to the right and 1 unit up, what are the coordinates of triangle A prime, B prime, and C prime?
Thanks, Niall, for your help. Let's take a look at this. So if we start off with, let's say, translating point A, what we'd have to do is move it 2 units to the right, 1, 2, and then 1 unit up here. So point A prime, the new point A, in a sense, is going to be right here. And I'm going to write that in red and just put A prime. Let's check out where B prime would go. So what I'm going to do is the same exact process. I'll move it over 2 spaces to the right and then 1 space up. And there's my new B point right here. And let's find our new C value, and I should name that guy, by the way. Let's call that B prime. And then doing the same thing, we get C prime. So here is our translated image. We weren't asked merely to draw it, we were actually asked for the new coordinates. So let's list the coordinates now. A prime was at -3, +1, but now it's at -1, +2. B was at originally -1, +3, but now it's at positive 1, positive 4. C was originally at negative 1, positive 1. Now it's at positive 1, positive 2. Notice when you shift to the right, you are basically adding on to the x coordinate, and when you shift up, you are adding on to the y coordinate. Example 2, reflections on the coordinate plane. The coordinates D, E, F, G are given here, and we're going to graph this figure and its image after reflection over the y-axis. Let's first graph the original figure. So there's our original figure, or our pre-image, and we're going to reflect it over the y-axis. When I'm doing a reflection over a specific line, I like to look at the line and make sure I make marks exactly on the opposite side of that line. So this first dot would be G prime. This next one is D prime. This last one is E prime. And I may have said that wrong, so let me write those labels down so we can see it. These guys are right opposite each other. That's G prime. These guys are opposite each other here. That's D prime. Here we have F prime. And over here we have E prime. And so we get an image reflected right over the y-axis. Please note that your problems for this assignment are not found in the textbook, so there are no answers that are provided, but you must need to make sure and do the problems that are given in the packet. And they're not in the textbook, so make sure you keep that in mind. You're going to do all of 46 and 47. Thanks, guys.